My cousin passed from cancer when I was 15. She was 14. And just seeing that kind of suffrage was the first time of like seeing people try modern medicine or Western medicine and like it just not helping. Dad got cancer, I guess like 10 years later, probably 11 years later. And again, a very progressive cancer. Yeah, you just see a lot of procedures, a lot of medication, a lot of non-relief. I heard my dad, his best friend tell him, like, Donnie, if you could just smoke a joint, a lot of these side effects you're feeling, you wouldn't feel, And at that point, Dad was on like Adderall and like all these other medicines just to like increase an appetite, or just all these prescriptions for the side effects from the prescriptions that were creating just even more chaos in the body. And that was the first time in my life I ever heard somebody reference cannabis as medicine.
I'm the one who showed her how to do it. My mom showed me before she died. She made it. My grandma made it.
The whole family would load up. You would go to strawberry patches, pick the berries, and come back, and then you just start processing, start turning it over into jam. And it was not about always like that being a resource for us, but also just really being a resource for others because people loved them. When I really started using CBD or just cannabis to help support my body for stress, anxiety, insomnia, I got to a point where seeing the benefits that was coming from my body and with mom and with grandma, and it just kept feeling more and more people getting sick. I knew that if I could put it in something that they were used to, which again was the jam. Everybody would get jams. But if I could put it in something for my family that just again take away that stigma of what we've created as a society, that it would get my family to try it. And so it really started more with, how can I help my family who is, I see, just sick or not feeling well or in pain?
If you try it, you'll see a difference. It calms me down. And what's weird about it is I take 16 other different kinds of pills. Jam's one of the easier ones because you just smear it on something. The good thing is you don't have a funny taste in your mouth like pills do, and they linger.
My mom absolutely helps me with production. She likes to call herself the silent partner. But she's also gone into retails and done some sales. She's usually the cook. She's the one actually mixing and stirring it. I'm bringing the ingredients. And then a lot of times I'm the jarrer, so I will be the one that actually measures it out and stuff. But for the most part, she's the one that's cooking.
Putting cannabis only makes sense, especially for people in nursing homes, hospitals. Someone has to do something with this world, and if it's simply letting some older person like me or a younger person, because they're finding Parkinson's, it's growing. It's almost to the point where it's mentioned as much as cancer. I suffer. I don't want anybody else to have to, whatever kind of disease it is.
If it's pain, if it's discomfort, if it's stress, if it's anxiety, I want them to try something if they feel like they need relief or balance or regulation.
It is exciting because she lives what she says, and she's sincere. She amazes me, really.
officialletsjam.com. Even again, if you're I don't necessarily know if I want jam, we also have t-shirts. We have some merchandise as well. Again, it's just helping us continue to share it with people. For me, it's more about people just being educated about what different options are so that they can choose what fits best for them.